Hi everyone, hope everyone's doing well. I wanted to just come on and record a video today, continuing my theme, which seems to be reoccurring a lot lately, on sort of self-reflection and looking at yourself in terms of a medium, spiritual being, light worker, etc., etc. I've talked a lot about you need to start examining your own reactions, looking at fear or self-conscious behavior or negative sort of thought implants that you're bringing with you into your mediumship. I think I've discussed that enough. It is important, but I just want to discuss sort of the effects that has this self-reflection and self-work, shadow work, for lack of a better word, I guess, how this can affect us and can, in a way, stop our development through fear or emotional instability, um, or just feeling we can't go on. So when we have this mirror in front of us and we're looking at ourselves and we're shining it at our heart center, and we're discovering all of these things we bring into readings, all of these thought patterns that we've collected through our entire lives, how they really do negatively impact our mediumship and our work with the spirit world. They are, in effect, the fear, nervousness, self-conscious thoughts, being less than, not being seen, not being heard, abandonment issues, traumas, etc., etc. All of these things, if we don't deal with them or attempt to shine light on them, will create blocks. And I do know that these blocks make it far more difficult for the spirit world to work through us fluidly, easily, effortlessly. We're creating these blocks that just stop the flow. So it's very important to look at yourself, look at your behavior, look at your thoughts, look at your life, and try just to put all of these things that no longer serve you behind as you keep going forward on your path, on your path to unfoldment, on your development journey. It's a painful process, and I've talked about that quite a bit, as I said. But it's interesting what starts to happen, because as we start to examine ourselves, examine our lives, examine our past, examine how we deal with people, relationships, any situation, examine this inner child that might be very hurt, very fearful, and see how that affects us moving forward as adults, and definitely how it affects us in our role as light workers, healers, mediums, etc. A lot of times people say, I need to take a break. I have to stop. I need to stop. I need to move away from mediumship. I need to move away from healing, because I understand it becomes too much. It becomes overwhelming to have to deal with all these things. But it's an important part of our development. And the only way to get to the end of it is to get through it. The only way to get to the end is to go through it. It's sort of like when you plant a seed and it starts to grow and you give it water and it has good soil, and it's about to break the soil surface and come up and start sprouting and start flowering and growing, and you stop right before it breaks the surface. And that, I find, is a shame. I've seen this quite a lot lately, where people just move away from spirit. It just becomes overwhelming, all of the self-work. I don't believe working with spirit is overwhelming. I find it beautiful and one of the best relationships that I have in my life. But when you start to really sort of dig through all of this, excuse my language, crap that we bring with us as adults, and these things that we can take with us into readings, into our healing sessions, one-on-one sittings, platform, gallery settings, whatever, how this anchors us down, their hindrance to our mediumship, on our relationship with the spirit world. So I find it's heartbreaking when I see people that are so close to breaking through and they drop it and they walk away. Listen, we can all do what we want. We have free will. I'm not telling anybody to stick with something they don't want to stick with, but that's different. But if you stop it because it's uncomfortable, that's not the right way to go, in my humble opinion. The only way for growth within our spirituality and within ourselves is to move towards the uncomfortable and to face it and to look at it and to really just shine this light on these negative thoughts, behaviors, feelings, because there is no darkness, there's only an absence of light. So when we start to shine light on these things and start to look at them and examine them, they start to dissipate. I do believe they're always there. There are always things you're going to have to deal with. Believe me, my inner child is always making himself known. I always have to sort of remind him he's loved, he's supported, he's safe, and that he's not anymore helpless or unseen or unheard or abandoned. I'm always sending him love. But he will, in my reactions sometimes, yell quite loudly, and that's fine. I'm very aware of it now. I'm like, that's actually not coming from a current situation. It's coming from my past, my childhood. So if you just acknowledge it, every step becomes easier. When you feel it's too much, when you feel that you're at the end of your rope and you can't go on anymore, just take a beat, take a day. Take a day for yourself, be kind to yourself, love yourself. And what I do is I just reach out to the spirit world and I ask them, please, friends, send me power, send me healing, send me support. And almost immediately I start to get calmer. My energy starts to go up. I feel their love. I feel the support. I feel the healing coming from the spirit world into my spirit, moving into my mental state, my physical state, whatever, and I immediately feel better. So just try that. If you really feel that you're ready to turn your back on spirit, we can turn our back on spirit. That's our prerogative. Spirit will never turn their backs on you. Okay? So if you feel like you're about to turn your back on spirit, please do yourself a favor and do the spirit world a favor and just take a day. Just put that decision aside and just ask the spirit world to help you. Help me, friends. They're there to help. They want you to succeed. They want you to develop. They want you to become this pure and clear conduit that they can use to bring through their messages of so-called death, healing, wisdom, counsel. And they will help you. They will help you get through and make it to the other side, to bring you into the light. So just please give yourself that time. Don't make any rash decisions and just give yourself that one day before you close the door on your development. Like I said, it's all free will. If mediumship or working with spirit is something that doesn't resonate with you anymore, that's completely different. You don't need to do this work. You're definitely chosen to do this work, but it's up to you. It's your life. You're in charge of your life. But the spirit world is responsible for our development, I feel. So they will do anything in their power, and their power is limitless. And they can really perform miracles if we allow them to, and we ask them to sometimes. So just ask them for help. Ask them to send you love, send you healing, send you power, and you will see, you will wake up tomorrow in a better space. These blocks, these steps back will keep happening. We're complicated beings as humans. We're very complex. So you'll see that these issues or other issues, because you know the analogy, I'm not taking credit for this analogy, but like an onion, we're like layers of an onion, and they're layers upon layers upon layers upon layers and upon layers, and every layer you get through, there's another one, and there's another one. But then you'll learn how to deal with these layers and how to take what's been holding you back or what's anchoring you down and use these things as to propel you forward, as fuel in a way to push you forward in your development and in your ability to establish a good relationship and a better relationship with the spirit world. Okay, so give yourself one more day if you feel like quitting, and I promise you, you'll wake up feeling better in the morning. Thank you so much, and have a lovely day. Bye.